I know what you're thinking. Where were you? Where's the review? Don't worry, I'm sorry, but I was in a contest called FameLab, and because of that I had no opportunity, no time. We'd work on everything to produce the next review, but here is
Yeah, boy.
the Vash The Stampede from amazing Yamaguchi series of Revoltech. This figure is amazing, and it's very rare. And it was very hard to get it at a good price. I managed to buy mine for 80 euros. A lot for a Revoltech figure, but still much better than the 100 plus euros that most time you find on eBay. This line of figures is from the Trigun movie.
It's a bit special.
Trigun Badlands Rumble, and they look great. They really managed to capture the sculpting and the clothing of the character in a great way, and it's not easy to do a great Vash The Stampede character model. But the way Revoltech engineered this figure makes for great action poses. I would dare to say that probably this is one of the best figures that Revoltech has ever made. But first, let's start that intro. Oh, this figure makes me wish that Revoltech would start releasing more anime figures again, because they're very good at it. This figure is very anime accurate. Let's take a look at what it brings.
Follow me. I'll cover you.
So we got our classic amazing Yamaguchi box that says the name of the show, explanation about Revoltech Giant, and of course great action poses that you can easily reproduce with this figure. Everything looks amazing. We have this publicity sheet, and again Vash The Stampede. Now taking a look at what the figure brings. So we have our Revoltech stand. Now this is like a second generation of Revoltech stands. Actually brings an extension. Not my favorite stand. I like much better the ones that are coming out with the Marvel figures, but it works okay. Then we have this ground effect, so you can put his foot in, so it looks like he's in an action pose. We have this little piece of metal with I don't know, a wall. You can put him there, looks great. This is like a fire effect for you to put it in his gun, like he's shooting the gun. This is a Revoltech ship. I never understood what these are for. But fuck it, it brings. You have a box to put hands, for example, so you don't lose them. Now, let's take a look. He has 3 different faces. I love different faces. You have this little smirky face, a serious face looking under the glasses, and then we have the one with the glasses on, where it looks very badass. I would love to have like a panic face, or that kind of stupid face he sometimes makes in the anime. We have this gun that is in the hand, so you cannot actually switch him to other hands, but the gun looks amazing, very detailed, yeah, as you can see. And then we have this also love and peace hand, looks amazing. We have tons of hands, and not all of them actually have the same system. So we have now some paint chipping is on some of the hands. I think probably it's because I bought this used, not because it came like this when it was new. See, some paint chipping there, but yeah, it is used, so I expect some torn. The figure was actually very good conditions, but yeah, you have some paint chipping in some of the hands. Okay, then we have a trigger hand. It is very weird because we don't actually have a gun to put on it, but here you actually have a peg for these hands. And then you have a fist hand. Now, all the others connect to the Revoltech giant, but some of the hands, as I showed you, have their own peg. Now, let's see. We have, ooh, I love this one because this can help you, do those poses where you shooting the hand and supporting with the other one. Very good. And then, of course, the opposite hand for a gun and a fist. So there's a lot of hands, really. Oh, and then we still have his hidden gun hand. That is again with his own peg, so you don't need to use Revoltech joint. That is on the hands. Looks very good, very detailed, great paint job. It's amazing the amount of detail and amazing poses that you can do with all of these accessories. The combinations are limitless. And of course that wouldn't be possible without great articulation.
And now comes the interesting part. Let your fingers get in there and have a good old rub-a-dub.
Okay, first, before I start really playing around with this figure, let me show you exchanging hands. So I actually took the hand that has a Revoltech joint in it. A very small Revoltech joint. And I can replace the Revoltech joint in any of the hands and put it back. But I have the gun that you just need to peg on the place where the Revoltech joint was. Very simple. I love those sounds. Then we can actually put the one with just, simple peg. Does the same job. The head, okay, is a smaller Revoltech joint. Now this is very spiky, so you be careful not to cut yourself. Remove the top part, and you can put any of the faces you want with the hair, and then put it back. Now the small Revoltech joints are not as clicky as the big ones, but overall the same system applies. Now I'm going to just replace the hand and not the joint, and we can start playing. Now our hand is in a Revoltech joint that gives us great range of motion. Now this one is again not very clicky, but it does hold the position well. And now this one, oh my god, the clicky sound, great range of motion. Revoltech joints basically work as ball hinges, but they're just more sturdy. Even though they sometimes don't look as good. Now this one, for example, is not that well hidden. Then again, a small Revoltech joint in the wrist has great range of motion. Same from the other side. Great clicky sound. And again, this one, now I put the hand without the Revoltech joint, that is just having a hinge. Now we also have a Revoltech joint on the waist. There it is, very tight, very clicky. You need to know how to position it well, not to a pure gap, but it gives you all the range of motion you want. And it's the same with the waist, another Revoltech joint. Gives you great crunching, great side to side. But again, if you want to get side to side, you actually have to rotate the Revoltech joint, so that's the problem with Revoltech joint. Sometimes you actually need to tear it apart to make all you want. And I forgot to talk, there's also a Revoltech joint on that neck, but it's very tight and very limited. Now all of these little jacket parts are in small Revoltech joints, so you can actually put them in great action poses. So each one of them has two different Revoltech joints, one for the connecting to the jacket and the other one for the smaller part. Now these Revoltech joints on the legs are the ones that I don't agree with. Yeah, they can give you great range of motion, but they are very hard to work around, and if you, for example, you want to do the splits, you actually have to adjust them. See? So now, wait. Oh, come on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now I can do the splits on the legs, so put it sideways, but I cannot kick forward. because here a ball joint would have been much better. Even though I love Revoltech joints, no. For the legs, no. Then we have another Revoltech joint. Oh my god, I'm still needing to adjust this again. Yeah, if you want some time, it can be troublesome. Yeah. Just adjusting everything back so I can kick forward and get it to a more neutral position. Also very clicky, double hinge knee. At least that is not a Revoltech joint. Yeah, I can swivel all around. And then we have Revoltech joints on the feet. They're also not my favorites, but yeah, they work fine. All of these joints means great possibility and very sturdy figure overall. Well, the figure looks okay in normal poses, but it is in action poses that really brings it to life. With all of those Revoltech joints, you can do wonders. Let's take a look at his size. Variable action figure Kintoki. Figma Ram. Figma Celti Sturluson. Play on Sky, Final Fantasy VII, Advent Children, Tifa Lockhart. Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi, Nicholas fucking Wolfwood. This figure is without a doubt
a bit special.
because of how rare it is. The price is not for everyone, but still, you will get my low budget otaku seal of approval. I'm not really sure what we'll review next, if I'll review Nicholas fucking Wolfwood or some of the Durarara figures I have to review. Don't forget, leave a comment, tell me what I need to review next. Well,
See you next time.